episode of Kids Doing Great Things at Home. I'm Denee Krager, occupational therapist here at Portland Shriners Hospital for Children, and we are going to make slime today, so get ready. First thing we're going to do is make sure we have our ingredients. So what you are going to need for this is some flour and some salt, food coloring, water, and some bowls and spoons and measuring utensils. All right. Okay, the first thing that you're gonna want to do is get the water. All right, now that I have my water, we're gonna pour 3/4 of a cup water into the bowl. And then we're gonna do a generous pinch of salt. So this is fun. And this is really great for you to have kids help with the measuring process of this. It's a great math thing. Include that in your homeschooling. So we're gonna do a generous pinch of salt and we're gonna stir this. I actually did this with my kids the other day and I decided to do the salt with the flour first. You can do it that way, this way. You can have an experiment to see what happens when you do which way. Maybe nothing changes, but maybe it changes the properties of it. So it could be a science experiment. All right, next we are going to take the flour and we're gonna do 1 cup. So get your 1 cup measurement and scoop. This is a no glue, no borax, and really no chemicals other than some naturally occurring ones found in the flour. And we're gonna dump that in here, like so. Basically, if any of you are bread makers out there, this is kind of like making bread. Because we're not using the glue for this slime, it's more of a dough that forms, which is okay if you have kids that are gonna put it in their mouths accidentally. Unless they're gluten intolerant, then you're gonna have to do something else. Because there is, of course, gluten in this. All right, so you can see that we're just basically making some batter here. Next, you will choose your color. Let's see, how about blue? So I'm gonna put 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6. And I will say, it's probably better to have a sturdy bowl, and this is not that. So, there we go. And you can put as much coloring in it as you want, knowing that it's probably not gonna work and not gonna give you a really rich color unless you have some of the other food dyes that are a little bit more concentrated than regular food coloring. But the whole point of this is that you don't have to leave your home. So that's why I just wanted to find things that you have on hand that you could use to be able to kind of make a fun activity for you guys to do at home. I miss seeing all of you here. As you can see, it's very empty in our therapy space. Not the same without you. So I hope that you're finding ways to have lots of fun. Okay, so now we notice that it gets to this consistency, which is pretty good. So you're gonna be needing to add a little bit of flour or water, kind of based on what's happening. So this is still a little bit too sticky. I can tell that just by how the spoon is reacting with it there. So I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. And this is just kind of that delicate dance of adding flour and water to get the right consistency. And I will tell you, there are tons of YouTube videos of how to make slime. So if this one does not tickle your fancy, you may surely find another one on there. This is looking better. So you notice how it's not quite sticking to the edges as much. Okay. The next thing that we will do is actually put this in the fridge for a little while and let it rest. I have another one that I made yesterday with my kids that I'm gonna bring out and show to you while we let this one rest. Hello. All right, so this is the one that I actually made yesterday. And as it's exposed to the air, it will get a little bit more, little softer. Also, I would say that it's gonna be slimier the first hour after you take it out of the fridge, as opposed to leaving it a day because that gluten's really gonna start binding the more time that you use it. So definitely make sure that you use it the hour after. Little tips, if it's starting to stick to you, you can use, I have coconut oil here, but any oil, you can put a little bit of that on your hands, or flour, also a good way to help it not stick. But this way, it also just kind of gets a little bit shiny and it gets a little bit more sticky. So here you go. Let's play with this one just for fun. So this one has not been refrigerated, but I'm just kind of curious what it's gonna do. So let's find out. This is gonna looks a little more slimy. Oops, guess what I forgot to do, guys? Because this one, put the coconut on this hand too. Let's get a little bit more. That way it doesn't stick forever. And if it gets a little greasy, that's okay, right? We're just here to have fun. But yeah, this you can see is a lot slimier. It does need to rest for about an hour in the fridge. That's why it's sticking so bad, even though I put oil on my hands. But you can hide things in it. It's a great fine motor challenge for kids to find little tiny things in it. You can take it outside and have a fight with it if your parents are really easygoing about messes. But it's just really kind of fun to play with. And it really has that kind of elasticity. And that's actually the gluten acting. So it's also a science lesson. So there you go. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great day.